Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ashley if you are new here, and I am going to do several videos. You're gonna see me in this outfit with these cute little face popping up and this cute little hands on my body, and we are just gonna go for it and do some videos. How about that? So I need to talk to you guys before I traditionally and formally, I should say, introduce you to this little nugget that's sitting on me. I need to talk to you guys about where I went, why I fell off the wagon of Vlogmas and what happened to me. I fell off the wagon, then I came back and was like, what happened to me? I'm back, let's give this another shot. I did that one video and then boom, I'm back off again. So I want to explain to you exactly what happened, and then I want to kind of share my goals and dreams for this next year. So what happened to me? Okay, what happened? Well, I was having a really rough time, I'm not gonna lie. He had moved onto my sciatic nerve, and so my pelvis was really taking a beating. He was really, really low. I ended up finding out, now I hadn't gained that much weight anywhere except my stomach. So I had gained almost as much as I weighed when I had Jensen. I ended up weighing about 154 pounds when I gave birth. And that's as much as I weighed 156 when I gave birth to Jensen. And then like 152 with Alaric and 146 with Killian and Tristan. But that's how much weight I had. I weighed 118 before I got pregnant, weighed 154 at birth, so that's how much I gained. But I didn't gain weight anywhere that I usually gain weight. So usually, like, my face is like super puffy and bloated and chubby usually when I'm pregnant. It's like really rounded out, but as you can see, it's really not this time. I mean, you can still see my cheekbones are prominent. My facial features are still pretty sharp. I have sharp facial features. They're still pretty sharp. They're not rounded at all, but usually I have like a really round face when I give birth. I didn't gain that. Usually I have like much bigger, like, you know, hunks on the back of me to give me a little bit of meat back here as well. Bigger love handles, you know, my butt always grows bigger and my thighs are a lot bigger when I am pregnant, and that just did not happen this time. So my belly was really where it went, okay? So my belly was a lot bigger, so I got to thinking that maybe he was a lot bigger, and so I didn't know. And they had estimated him at, when I went in for my 36th appointment, which this is never accurate, right? Like your ultrasound is never accurate, but I scared him. They had estimated that he was 16 pounds 11 ounces at 36 weeks, which is right on the money where Jensen was. So I was like, okay, well, he's not any bigger, so what the heck is happening? During that appointment, I also found out, and I'm going to talk about this in my birthing video as well, but in that appointment, I also found out that I had high amniotic fluid, which was making my belly bigger, and it was making him sit in a lot of water. So I didn't have a medium or severe case, which is when they, you know, feel like there's something to worry about. I just had a mild case, and they're not really sure why you do have mild cases of it. I didn't have pregnancy diabetes, gestational diabetes. I didn't have like hyperemesis. I didn't have any of the things that you normally have to cause this amniotic fluid excess. However, it was a mild case of high amniotic fluid where the fluid was just a lot more than normal. And so, tired mama problems. I did have that issue, and I could definitely tell it. Like, my belly was just really, really heavy. It was very heavy on my pelvis because I didn't have the extra weight anywhere else, which is not like I have a lot of extra weight normally through pregnancy. But since I am a small frame and I didn't have any extra weight anywhere else, my belly was just very hard to carry. It was very heavy. My pelvis was hurting so badly because he was on that nerve. Every time I stood up, it felt like shooting pain was just everywhere. My knees would give out, my legs would give out because my pelvis was hurting so bad. Like I just wouldn't anticipate, like my body wouldn't anticipate how bad the pain was going to be when I stepped. And so just kind of my leg would give out. Things like that happened. I almost fell down the stairs like a ton of times because of that reason. If I would sit for a long period of time or film or do anything and then get back up, God help me. And then, you know, cleaning was really a butt. So I wanted to do all these cleaning videos. I wanted to do all of these things and I really had the desire, but honestly, I was just taking it in small increments throughout the day to even get things done. And that's just not film worthy, right? Like I couldn't do filming marathons where I like cleaned the whole area and did a clean with me. I couldn't do things like that. And then on top of all of that, everybody kind of got sick, okay? I wasn't that sick. I felt really crummy, but I wasn't that sick. Joshua got sick. Jensen got sick the worst. Alaric got a little bit sick, and then Killian had some drainage and headache, but Tristan wasn't really that sick, and neither was I. However, Jensen getting sick was absolutely the absolute worst. He had like a sinus infection. It was all green and disgusting, and he didn't have a fever, but he did have a cough that was keeping him up at night. He wasn't sleeping well. He was keeping me up all night. He was so clingy. It was the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your entire existence, okay? And that's kind of where I fell off of Vlogmas and Planmas because I was just not able to film. He was all over me all the time. He was so whiny. The boys could not keep him occupied for 2 seconds because of the fact that he was just whiny all the time. I'm getting a phone call. And he just could not, there was just no fixing it, right? So that made it really hard for me to film, especially on this channel because I talk a lot on this channel. I do a lot on this channel. I clean a lot on this channel, and he was constantly like just crying and being so clingy to me. He wanted me to hold him all the time. He was grabbing on my legs when I was trying to do stuff. Like it was just over and over again, like awful things, right? And so I just could not get anything done, and it was absolutely awful. Not only was I like hurting really bad, I was in pain. My lap was getting smaller and smaller because my belly was just getting big and big and big and heavy. And he was just not cooperative with anything. I would have to like lay down with him or sit with him, or I would have to just play with him and, you know, try to keep him occupied. And my mental health was crashing because I was not feeling well. I don't like to be touched. I'm not a touchy person, but he was literally on top of me all the time. And so it made it like super difficult for me to get anything done or for me to do anything or for me to be anywhere. Like it was just really difficult. So with all of that being said, that's kind of where I went, right? Like I couldn't get anything accomplished. I could not do anything. I was really struggling to get anything done from day to day with lesson planning for homeschool coming up, and I'm trying to get my crap together, like with planner systems and with all of these things that I really think is going to help my family, especially with an added kiddo. I really was trying to get organized, and I wasn't sleeping at all, like literally at all. I wasn't sleeping. But then if I tried to go up to the upstairs to like film or do something productive in the night while I wasn't sleeping, he would wake up and want me. It was just really hard and really rough. Probably about the last 2 months of pregnancy were literal hell, but especially that last month, it was really bad. And so I just kind of fell behind, and I was not about to kill myself to catch back up because honestly, like, I don't even know if it could have been done, just because of the fact that he needed me and I was growing a human in my body, and the next one up needed me really badly, and he needed me 100% of the time. And then I also had to take care of 3 other kids that don't care if you need the mom or not. Like, they still need the mom too. And so I was just spread really thin, and I was still going to church and singing and doing all these things, and I was just, yeah. Also, I kept trying to go into labor because I was ready to give birth, but the high fluid was not letting it happen. And I'll talk more about that in my birthing video. But that was also going on where I did make one other hospital trip before the hospital trip where I actually had him. You'll hear about that in the next video. But yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know where I went and what happened. It's not that I didn't want to give to this channel, because oh my gosh, you guys don't even have a clue. Like, I have so many plans for this channel. It's absolutely insane. I have plans and goals and dreams and things that I want to accomplish, and just really things that I want to give you guys and share. And I've had them for a long time, but they're pressing on me more than ever this year. And I really feel like that brings us into the second part of this video that I wanted to say. I really feel like the Lord is calling me into this, and that's not really something I've ever said before. I've kind of just viewed this as a hobby, both on my planning channel and my journaling channel, and then this channel. I have just viewed it as a hobby where, yes, I just do YouTube on the side for fun, and that is so true. Like, that is why it started. That's why it happens. That's why I continue to do it and have continued to do it, but not very consistently for a while now. But with this channel in particular, but all of my channels, I really do feel a calling to actually do this and do it with my whole heart. And I can't guarantee it's with my first priority, because I have a lot of responsibilities to a lot of little humans and my spouse. And so it's not necessarily going to be my first priority. However, it is going to be something that I want to pour into. And I feel a calling and a purpose to do that, because there are a lot of things that I want to share on this channel that I feel that I need to give you guys, and I need to give it of myself. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. But I am going to try to be consistent. I have made several different schedules, several different filming schedules, several different planners that kind of keep me in check and keep me accountable on what I film and when I film it and when I need to film it and when I need to put it up and edit it and do all of the things. Life is going to get in the way sometimes. But I do really want to try my absolute best to be consistent, especially starting this year, because I feel like there's just a plethora of things that I want to share with you. And I do feel like the Lord is calling it to be a part of my ministry. And that's something I've never really felt before. And so when the Lord calls me to do something, I feel like He'll give me the strength, and He'll give me the time, and He'll give me the wisdom to get it done. And that's what I feel. So I just hope that you guys are looking forward to that, because I am looking forward to it. I think that it's going to be a great year, and I'm going to give you some great things that I have on my heart, and I'm going to bare my soul, and that's all I know to do. And I'm going to be sharing parts of my family that I haven't really shared before, and also doing all the things with cleaning and grocery shopping and things like that. I'm not a Betty Crocker. This is not going to be a cooking channel, because I hate to cook, and even when I do it, it's not because I want to, it's just because it's best. I can cook, and I can cook well, but I do not like to do it. It's not my fun thing. There are some recipes I enjoy just because I know how much my husband enjoys eating it. So I do enjoy it while I'm doing it. But my husband is amazing at cooking, and he loves to cook. But he doesn't always have the time to do so, because he does work a lot. So I don't mind cooking. Like I said, I am good at it, but I just don't like it. I don't mind to when I have to, but it's not my cup of tea. So that's not what this is going to be about, but it is going to be about sharing everything that's real life, okay? The raw, the real, the genuine. And that's what I can give you, the raw, the real, the genuine. And yeah, I'm going to do that. And so I hope that you're ready for it. I hope that you will leave your comments down below. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already. I hope that you are ready for this journey as I am ready to give it. I'm nervous because I know how hard it is to be consistent with this many kiddos and this much going on in my home. I know how hard it is to be consistent, but I do feel like it's something the Lord is calling me into, and I want to accept that calling. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. The next one is going to be where I share my birth story and this little guy's arrival, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.